Alright, going to talk a little bit about the CTF Aquarius scrim that I had with a couple people the other day, and first going to discuss just initial setups on Aquarius, some of the gotchas and things that I would consider good setups, and then going to go through the film and talk about what happens. I think it was really sloppy scrim. It was a team that was just kind of thrown together just to get some experience in a 4v4 environment, not necessarily a team that had went over any strategies or anything. So the first thing on Aquarius and on CTF in general, I would say talking about the role of creating an L and trying to force the enemy into just a small portion of the map. Um, with the CTF, there's going to be a divider line directly down the middle of the map, and basically no one's ever going to spawn on your side of the map. On Aquarius, that's slightly untrue if all the major spawn points for the other team is blocked. So they can spawn in util, obviously they can spawn in the back of their flag, and they could spawn in their fridge. If you have a player blocking all three of these spawns, they could spawn pretty much anywhere in this bottom P area, which you don't want when you're running a flag, because this is giving them a quick overextend into your base. So the idea is to have players create a formation that blocks the areas that you don't want them to spawn. In general, I think pretty much everyone has agreed that the two major ways to run a flag on Aquarius are either straight through bottom car and upstream stairs into the flag, or through utility, do a couple slides, and into the flag. Because of that, the most important spot that we want to cover in any setup is we want to block their utility. So at any point in time, we want to make sure that we have a member blocking this portion of the base so that they cannot spawn there. The other end of this is when you're starting your flag run, obviously you don't want anybody spawning in the back of their base, but that is being accomplished by the flag carrier. So when you grab the flag, no one can spawn in the back of the base because you're already influencing those spawns and blocking them. So the biggest things before starting a legitimate flag run is to have someone in this position and someone obviously on their flag, which is going to happen by default because you're grabbing the flag. Um, with that said, I think the idea, at least to me, is putting someone up top car side is key. You probably want them to be kind of lined up in this area or here. It's where they've got some cover to dip in and out of. And they have an escape route. They have a clear line of sight to the fridge, so anyone coming back to the flag from the fridge or trying to come out court, they've got line of sight on. The person in utility can actually come down bottom utility door, or they can stand up top here. And they have a couple options. So if they're in the utility door, they can watch people who are OEing down to bottom P or top P. They can come bottom utility and get some early shots on people who are coming out fridge as well. And then number two is kind of a floater at this point. So the only thing they can't do is cross this halfway point on P side. So if they're top mid, this is fine. And they can even be top P, they just can't be across this divider where the sticky grenades are. So there's a couple different options for them. Honestly, one thing that could be done here is they could go all the way down to your fridge stairs. Having a little bit of trouble with shot caller. So they could be all the way in your fridge stairs, and they could watch anyone who's coming out of the fridge, and that gives them an escape route as well. So if the other team just hard pushes through bottom P, they can always run back towards your court, they can run back towards your flag, They can come here, get on the P jump and get up top, but this person can apply major pressure to the other team right off of spawn. Like, they have no options, because as soon as they cross this barrier, they're going to be shot by this person and these two people. Now, as far as where to run the flag, it kind of depends on how quick your team is set up. So if you've got everyone in proper positions, so either up here, this guy again is a floater, he could also be here, he could be somewhere that he can see the fridge side that's not blocking the spawn. He could even be up here, and then once they spawn, he can kind of step forward, he can jump up on this. If you get them 4 quick dead, you want to take this flag and curb slide off this, maybe even curb slide off here, and just run quickly bottom car and get here. Simply, it's the fastest flag route. And Aquarius is such a small map that if you've got all these crossers already set up, they're not going to be able to get out far enough on the map to even shoot this guy. So this is pretty much a guaranteed cap. If this is more of a scrappy flag run, and the other team may not be 4 dead or 3 dead, they might be 2 up, and maybe you're not all in the perfect positions, maybe this guy's a little late, maybe this guy's just now getting here, maybe this guy is dead, here it's a 3-person flag run, then I would say the better route is to run it through utility, come here, and go through, simply because this person, utility path has a way better cover. There's just a lot of walls that block line of sight, so the danger parts of running through utility is obviously getting naded to death going through these stairs. And then obviously this other choke point once you get to the bridge. So if you can get through those 2 areas unscathed, obviously it's also a very safe flag run. And there's pretty good slides that you can help with these stairs to get through here pretty quickly. A couple key points I would say to making this all work out is just basically never go to this side of the map. Just stay away from this area, avoid this place. Like the plague, because we want to keep them spawning in this area. So all of our routes up the map should go this way, or they should be kind of going through these kind of angles. Maybe you can get up P side and get some shots in from here, but you want to avoid getting in to their fridge pretty much at all costs, because you're going to end up spawning the other team in a place that you don't want them. If they get down here, it's bad. Obviously, if they spawn in the back of the base, it's bad, and if they spawn in their utility, it's bad. Now, on the flip side of this, if we're on defense, so let's say we just went 2 down, and I just spawned fridge, and my teammate also spawns fridge next to me, and they haven't pulled the flag yet. What do we do? In my opinion, best thing to do is to get straight back into your flag, because you want to cut them off and not let them pull this flag for free. There could be 2 options here though. Maybe one person goes flag, the other person kind of stands in the fridge on the little ledge and kind of peeks into the base. Additionally, maybe these 2 people go into the flag knowing that your other teammate is probably going to spawn in fridge, and this person can stay and wait on the flag person to throw the flag out, because once they throw it out, you've got line of sight to shoot them directly in the back.